The A-1 Skyraider, affectionately nicknamed Spod, was a single-seat, propeller-driven attack aircraft that defied the jet age. Designed during World War II as a carrier-based torpedo and dive bomber, it first flew in March of 1945, but entered service too late for that conflict. Despite its anti-Arctic piston engine, the Skyraider proved incredibly versatile and durable, becoming a workhorse in both the Korean and Vietnam Wars. It was renowned for its massive payload capacity, up to 10,000 pounds of ordnance, impressive range, and long loiter time over the battlefield, making it ideal for close air support for ground troops and search and rescue effort missions, dubbed Sandy Mission in Vietnam. The A-1 was also incredibly tough, with armor plating around the cockpit to protect the pilot, allowing it to sustain significant battle damage and still return to base. Though it was eventually replaced by the jet aircraft, the Skyraider design heavily influenced later attack aircraft like the A-10 Warhog, carrying forward its legacy of effective close air support. Hey there, how y'all folks doing this fine day? It's Gator here at the Cable Company, and today we're going over the Douglas A-1 Skyraider. The Douglas A-1 Skyraider, formerly designated the AD before the 1962 unification of Navy and Air Force designations, in an American single-seat attack aircraft in service from 1946 to the early 1980s, which served during the Korean War, the Vietnam War. The Skyraider had an unusually long career, remaining in frontline service well into the jet age, when most piston engine attack or fighter aircraft were replaced by jet aircraft, thus becoming known as an anachronism. The aircraft was nicknamed Spad after the French word World War I fighter. It was operated by the United States Navy, the USN, United States Marine Corps, the USMC, and the United States Air Force, the USAF, and also saw service in the British Royal Navy, the French Air Force, the Republic of Vietnam Air Force, the RVNAF, and others. It remained in U.S. service until the early 1970s. A attack aircraft is what type it is. National origin is the United States. The manufacturer is the Douglas Aircraft Company. United States Navy is the primary users. United States Marine Corps, United States Air Force, the Royal Navy, South Vietnam Air Force, and French Air Force. The number was built was 3,180. The history, it had a manufacture date of 1945 through 1957. It was introduced in 1946. Its first flight was on March 18, 1945. It retired in 1973. The 1985 Gabonese Air Force, and it was developed into the Douglas A-2D Skyraider. Piston engine propeller driven Skyraider was designed during World War II to meet United States Navy requirements for carrier-based single-seat long-range high-performance dive torpedo bomber to follow on from earlier aircraft such as the Douglas SBD Dauntless, the Curtiss SB-2C Helldiver, and the Grumman TBAF Avenger. Designed by Edward Heinzman of the Douglas Aircraft Company, prototypes were ordered on the 6th of July 1944 as the XBT-2D1. The XBT-2D1 made its first flight on 18 March 1945, and the USN began evaluation of the aircraft at the Naval Air Test Center, the NATC, in April 1945. In December 1946, after the designation changed to AD-1, delivery of the first production aircraft to a fleet squadron was made to the VA-19A. The AD-1 was built at Douglas El Segundo plant in Southern California. The long-wing monoplane design started with an 18-cylinder Wright R3350 duplex cyclone radial engine, capable of producing well over 2,000 horsepower, which was upgraded several times, ultimately 2,800 horsepower. The aircraft had distinctive large straight wings with 7 hardpoint apiece. The Skyraider had an excellent maneuverability at low speed and carried a large amount of ordnance over a considerable combat radius. It had a long loiter time for its size compared to much heavier subsonic or supersonic jets. The aircraft was optimized for ground attack and was armored against ground fire in key locations. Unlike faster fighters adapted to carry bombs such as the Vought F-4U Corsair or the North American P-51 Mustang, which were retired by the U.S. forces before the 1960s. Shortly after Heinzman began designing the XBT-2D1, a study was issued showing that for every 100 pounds of weight reduction, the takeoff run was decreased by 8 feet. The combat radius increased by 22 miles, and the rate of climb increased by 18 foot per minute. Heinzman immediately had his design engineers begin a program for finding weight saving on the XBT-2D1 design, no matter how small. Simplifying the fuel system resulted in a reduction of 270 pounds. By eliminating an internal bomb bay and hanging external stores from the wings or fuelage, 70 pounds by using a fuelage dive brake, and 100 pounds by using an older tail wheel design. In the end, Heinzman and his design engineers achieved more than 1,800 pounds of weight reduction on the original XBT-2D1 design. Well, there you go. There you have it. I appreciate every one of you coming in to see me today. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Share us out. Make sure you tell the world. Come see Gator, okay? Bye-bye for now.